The Edinburgh Rudolf Steiner School has been established now for about 65 years here in the south of Edinburgh in these beautiful parkland surroundings. We're a co-educational day school for pupils from the age of 3.5 when they start in kindergarten all the way up to about 18.
It's an independent school. It has places for 350 pupils. The students have a great breadth of education and not just the exam syllabus.
Steiner, which can also be called Waldorf schools, are schools that really try to educate the whole child. Their main aim is really to educate children in such a way that they become free-thinking, socially responsible adults.
For the puppeteer, why don't you put a cushion? It's much easier. Straw. The child can come to kindergarten at 3.5, and normally they go to class 1 after their 6th birthday. We have mixed age groups in kindergartens, like a large family.
I said the rat, not I said the pig, not I said the swan.
On the first day we went into school and we sat in on the whole day, and I was so surprised at how disciplined and structured and how they follow rhythms and cycles, and how it's almost old-fashioned in the way that the teachers deal with the children, but in a fantastic way. The fantastic bit of old-fashioned teaching, that's excellent for the children. It really allows them to thrive and really allows them to have fantastic rapport with the teachers, who are very caring at the same time.
And everything we do is with a good gesture, in a dignified way. And with that we foster atmosphere of real care in the kindergarten. Care for the things that are here, care for the people who are here. And this is really nice.
When I go to class 1, I'm going to get my own desk, and I'm going to put tons of things in it.
I would like you today to have green pencils.
The Steiner curriculum is very set, it's very prescribed. There are main lessons for every year that you're in school, from class 1 up until class 12. And those are designed to really meet the developmental place that the children are at that time, emotionally, physically and socially. So the children become actively engaged in their imaginations with the content of the main lesson.
The start that I had here was like really quite an amazing start, and it's the way they teach you is a way that makes you feel like it doesn't feel like you're having to try really hard to learn things. It's like it sort of comes naturally.
Well, what we're trying to do here is to educate the whole child, the head, the heart and the hands. They're all of equal importance, and a rounded human being is able to think clearly and freely, to be able to express their feelings and to be able to do something and create something with their hands.
You'll see that the lesson falls into those parts. There'll always be a heady part of a lesson, the thinking part, where the child's intellect is drawn upon. But it will always start with a limb-based part, or a rhythmic part, where they have to move.
And the children love working that way. They just want to do it. So you'll find a child who's maybe been here a term, and they say, I've learnt more in this term than I have done in the rest of my life in mainstream school.
My fingers of all
never enjoyed school, but since I came here, I definitely like school now. Like, a lot.
When I came here, I really started enjoying school more, because there's like more subjects and things to do, rather than just reading and a few other things.
They've all opened up and probably all the seeds have gone from them. Sometimes if you take them...
The class teacher has the job of guiding the young people from the age of 6 up to the age of 14 through this heart of childhood, leading them, helping them, directing them. You've got to find out with the children about all these different aspects of life and link them in together and show them that life is actually a meaningful whole. Of course they have lots of other teachers. They're not stuck with that one teacher all day, every day.
We either have French or German every single day.
Bonjour, chers enfants.
Bonjour, Madame.
We start languages in class 1. The children are approximately 6, and we teach 2 languages at the same time. In this school, it's French and German. Pupils do very well in both languages, and it also creates a more global view on the world.
There's Steiner schools all over the world, in every single continent. And what the curriculum does is fit in with what is there in the country. So if you think a Steiner school in India would follow very much the Hindu traditions. Obviously in a Christian country like Scotland, you know, the Christian festivals would form part of, you know, the school ethos.
I think our school's very accepting of all the different religions and cultures and stuff, and whoever you are, you will fit in.
The thing about the Steiner School that I love for my children is it doesn't just educate them, it also teaches them about themselves and about the world and how they can be in that space.
We're spending a week on a farm doing everything the farm does. Yesterday we were doing loads of stuff with animals, moving sheep and milking cows and stuff. And today it's our turn to cook and do all the washing up for everyone. So yeah, not particularly enjoying that.
I love this class, I love being the guardian, but if I don't get more than 2 hours sleep tonight, relationships will be very strained.
A teenager, 15-year-old, needs to use the body, needs to use his muscles, because that's the period of development they're in.
So you learn to be out and find out about the wild as well as in the classroom. You just sort of learn more things you might maybe need in life, even if you're not necessarily a farmer. It's difficult, but it's worth it. It's nice most of the time, even when it's raining.
Thumb and forefinger like that. Squeeze it and that stops the milk enough. And that now is full of milk.
Single stage description in your own words of what is happening at stage 1, 2, 3 and 4.
I like how in our school we get a lot of variety. It's a lot richer, broader education. We have to go to all the lessons that we are given. Only in class 10 can we start choosing, and that's for our exam course.
Our exam results have been comparable with Gordonstoun, Fettes, Mary Erskine's. In fact, over the past 10 years or so, we've consistently been in the top 10 of schools in Scotland.
I think we do well because we respect each and every individual pupil and their ability.
All the people that I know that have taken these exams, because they've had such a good education, they've usually made the right choice and they know inside themselves what they want to be and who they are.
It's the liquidy part of the blood, and it's got lots of good stuff in it that keeps you healthy. The science department's very good in this school, and we get very strong results. In biology last year we had about 85% passes at higher level and 75% at GCSE level, and that tends to be the case every year and in most of the sciences. All the food that you need, and the oxygen that you need, and lots of blood cells, and also lots of...
The examiner said, I need to speak to the headmaster. He said, I want to tell whoever's in charge here in person that this is perfection and this is the best work I've seen in 32 years.
This is really going to hurt after a while.
Is it quite tight?
Yeah. It's the only way it stays on.
Okay, that's it open. I get the children when they're about 14. They bring with them this wide understanding of the world and their visual, strong right-hand brain, and I just really am privileged to have access to that kind of creativity. What is that sound? This is the door banging. I feel that that is very creative. What does that tell in terms of a book and a story?
The creativity, the lateral thinking all come through the main lesson system that we have. And when they leave school, and if you meet them a few years later, they've forgotten all about their exams, but they remember the main lessons, because that's what gives them their creative spark.
What Steiner Waldorf pupils do after they've left school, well, you can't really say in a few words. They do a whole host of things, but what epitomizes them is that they have a real entrepreneurial spirit. They are creative, they can take initiative, they have great self-confidence, and that being so, they can really land up in any kind of profession.
We liked the Steiner School because the class sizes were small, the academic results stacked up very well against many of the other public schools. The teachers seemed to be incredibly dedicated, and the child at the end of the educational process seemed to have a really good grounding, not only educationally, but as a person.
You can have a lot of time to find who you are and then be who you are.
They're passionate about learning.
We don't try and encourage people to learn because they're afraid of failing. We encourage them to learn because they want to learn.
It's opened up their worlds for them. It's really allowed them to explore the world and to really understand it.
I think it's really great, and it fits like anybody, because basically what school's about is being your own person.
It's being unique that makes a school what it is.
The whole point is that it's for everybody.
I feel very well qualified to go out into the world. And I'll be leaving hopefully with 5 highers and an AS level.
People are happier in Steiners. This school has been the best school I've ever been to throughout my entire life.